Hello to all of my viewers from Manitoba, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be asking the question, what is my ideal Canada's Drag Race All-Star season? You all seem to really like this video when I did it like a month ago, or a month or two ago, I guess, with Drag Race UK. Of making a cast and a season format for what I would like to see for a Drag Race UK All-Stars. And I thought, well, really, the only logical next best step is to make one about Drag Race Canada. And Canada versus the World is airing right now, and it's a really good season, I gotta say. I really enjoy it. And I just love the Canadian franchise as a whole. We'll get to that in this video. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the cast for this fictional season, what the format would be, yada, yada, yada. If you've seen the other videos of this type, you already know what's going to go down. I ended up putting 12 contestants on this cast because I was like, okay, an even number is nice. And I kind of wanted to go down to 10, but I was like, I really like these 12 that I compiled, and I decided to settle on that. And my only true rule was I wasn't going to put anybody who had already been on an All-Stars or a Canada versus the World, UK versus the World, you know, any All-Star season. If you're on an All-Star season, you can't be on this season. And I didn't want to put any winners either. I wanted to treat this as like, oh, they do an inaugural Canada All-Stars. Who's the cast? And I just so ended up deciding that there were going to be 3 contestants from each season of Drag Race Canada. So we got 3 from seasons 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here to make the 12. So I'm going to go through them. They're listed in alphabetical order here. And I'm going to talk about why I wanted to cast them, what I think they could bring to this season. And, you know, other fun things. So let us dive in. First up, we have from Canada's Drag Race Season 4, Aurora Matrix. Now, if you watched my Canada's Drag Race Season 4 video, you would know that I wanted Aurora to win the season so bad. I was like, Aurora killed this season for me. Really tore it to shreds. Did such a good job. On the season, the only contestant on our season with multiple wins, which is crazy. And I think if Aurora came back, like, Aurora is one of those people who, like, I just, there's no stopping her. I think she would do well in any season of Drag Race. Like, the 2 challenges that she was in the bottom 4 was for the Snatch Game. She was in the bottom 2-4, and she was low for the Makeover Challenge. Now, the Makeover low is bullshit, in my opinion. Classifying as a low makes no sense. There's a clear bottom 2, and she was not even close to being in the bottom 2, so I don't know why they gave her a low for it. I feel like safe is perfectly reasonable. Also, high, perfectly reasonable to me as well. And that bottom 2 for the Snatch Game, I would say was deserved, but I mean, if Aurora's got a lip sync once, like, there's a 90% chance she's gonna win, you know? Like, she got to the top 2 of the lip sync SmackDown in her season. Like, she kills a lip sync every time. I have no worries for Aurora. If the season were to exist, Aurora is definitely one of the contestants that I'm like, oh, she's top 4 material, obviously. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 1, we have Kiara. Kiara, I think, was kind of done a little bit dirty on her season. Because on Canada's Drag Race Season 1, she had won, did no, she didn't win a challenge. I was about to say she won a challenge. In my judging, she won a challenge. But in the actual season, she did pretty good in every challenge up until the one she was eliminated in, the Snatch Game, but she should have been low for the Snatch Game. I think the bottom 2 was super clear in Priyanka and Boa for the Snatch Game. So the fact that she was eliminated there felt kind of sucky, and she also did really great in the lip sync. You know, Kiara is somebody who I think she's not the lowest placer on this list, I don't believe. Yeah, she's not the lowest placer on here. But I do think she is somebody who could very easily get a redemption on the season. She is from Quebec, which is fun. I think she's only one of like 2 Quebec representations on here. That might be slightly off. I might be forgetting someone off the top of my head, but you know, oh well. And I think Kiara is somebody who I think, you know, fits more into like redemption casting. If she's one of the people I want to see win a challenge, because I feel like I know she can. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 3, we have Kimmy Couture. Kimmy, I mean, killed on her season. Made it to the top 4. Won a challenge, a couple of lip sync wins. Was in the top, like, the first, like, 3 episodes of the season. Like, truly, she's somebody who is going to give her all in the challenges and also is a stellar lip syncer. This cast is stacked from top to bottom with amazing lip syncers. Like, I think there are only 2 people on here that, if we're like looking at it and saying this person was shown favorably overall in lip syncs and this person was shown negatively overall in lip syncs, I think only 2 of them were overall shown negatively. Like, this is a strong cast when it comes to like the lip syncing abilities. And so I think Kimmy is somebody who, like, even just like despite that, even despite that there's like 10 people on here who, like, we know can kill a lip sync, like, she is one of the people that I am like, oh, she is like one of my tops of like lip syncers of like, I feel really confident in her to do well with that. She is somebody who like, I do think would make it pretty far in this scenario. She's somebody who I really want to see back. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 2, we have Kimora Amor. Kimora, I think, you know, she didn't end up doing too entirely well in her season. Like, she had a very, you know, like a middling sounds like too negative, but I mean, you know, she didn't get a win. She was safe for most of her weeks and had like a high and, like, you know, a couple of, and like a low and a bottom, and was eliminated, you know. Like, it was very like steady in the middle of the road track record for Kimora on her original season. But Kimora is somebody who I do think could absolutely redeem herself on an all-star season. You know, she was, I think, 6th place. You know, she made it over halfway through. And I think what I would love to see is Kimora get redeemed in the lip sync department, because in the one lip sync we got to see from Kimora against Geometric, that lip sync was, ooh, it was a lip sync. it certainly was. um, and like, she was kind of over it. She knew that with who the bottom 2 was gonna end up being, her and Gia, that she was gonna go home no matter how well she did. So she just decided to like fuck around, and like, I kind of respect that in a way. But like, I would like to see Kimora like kill a lip sync. I think there are challenges on her season that Kimora did like fine on, or like not the best on, that I think she could really excel in if, like, you know, just given another shot or given it in a different format. Like the girl groups challenge, I think Kimora could do really good in a girl groups. I just see it. I think she could write a really good verse, you know. Like, I can see it for her, but like, she did fine in her girl groups on her season. So like, Kimora is somebody who I'm also like, I feel like I want to see a redemption from, and who I think we really could get a redemption from. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 1, we have Kyne. Now, Kyne is one of the, I guess, like, out there picks on the board here for me. But I mean, you gotta think about, like, Kyne didn't do very well on Drag Race. Like, that's I'm not trying to be shady. That's just a fact. Was in the bottom 2 or bottom 3 both episodes that she was in. Like, it wasn't the best time for Kyne on Drag Race. But when it comes to outside of Drag Race, Kyne is like one of the most important Canada's Drag Race queens, just period. Like, one of the most followed Drag Race queens overall on TikTok. Like, one of the social media queens who was doing such good, you know, work online, and, you know, like with her, you know, Kind Teaching Math series and everything that she does there. And so like, Kind is also kind of in this like redemption kind of group here, but hers is like a character redemption in a way. Where like, I think Kind could absolutely do better than second out on this season. Like, I don't envision her making the end of this season. Like, she could, but I don't envision it. But I think she could easily make it past the first like few boots as well. But I think what Kai needs is like a character redemption on this stage. I would love to see that, because I think like people do this all the time where they like take somebody's drag race run and extrapolate that, and like use that as a basis for their beliefs as a whole on a single person, and like that's not very fair. Like, just because somebody didn't do well on Drag Race doesn't mean they're a bad drag queen or that they're a bad person. And just because they were shown in a negative light on a TV show doesn't make them a bad person as well. Because we know Kind does good drag and is a good person. So, like, I want to see that on my TV screen. So that's why I want Kind here, is because I know she could be presented on that stage greatly, and I would like to see it happen. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 3, we have Lady Boom Boom. Now, Lady Boom Boom was somebody who was cut too damn early on her season. Now, I do think it was fair because the clear bottom two were Lady Boom Boom and Kimmy Couture, and Kimmy Couture did better in the lip sync. So, you know, I do think it was fair. But I think Lady Boom Boom, in a scenario where, you know, somebody else other than her does bad in the Snatch Game, where, you know, if Bombay does worse at the Snatch Game than Kimmy, and it's Kimmy versus Bombay in the bottom two, for example, I think Boom Boom could easily be Final Four and could be, like, you know, top two, maybe win. Like, legit. Like, she just had a sucky challenge. Like, she just had a bad challenge get thrown her way and do worse in the lip sync. Where if that challenge was just, you know, scratched from the record and you carried on, easily is going to get to the end of the season, I feel. So Boom Boom is somebody who I am mainly looking to see, like, competition wise. I think Boom Boom is somebody who I'm going to say would be like a top 4 this season for me. I see it for her. I expect it. And I would, yeah, that's really it. I just think Boom Boom needs the competition chance again. I think Boom Boom should have a chance at this competition again because I do think she could kill it. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 4, we have Melinda Verga. Melinda, yeah, I fucking love Melinda. So chaotic. So, just everything. She is, I I struggle to find the words to describe Melinda Verga, but she is everything. That's true. Melinda is somebody who really is here for the television aspect of things. Like, a lot of these people are going to bring great television. Like, Kimura's going to do great in confessionals. You know, I think, like, Kimmy, Lady Boom Boom, like, Kind, they all have the potential to bring drama. Like, a lot of these people are also really good at, like, making television, but Melinda takes the cake in that category in this group, I would say. Like, Melinda was the talk of the town during Canada's Drag Race Season 4, and also is a great lip syncer, great at comedy, somebody who I do think could make a very deep run in this season as well, somebody who I could consider for a top 4 spot, absolutely. And, you know, I think also I wanted to have more, like, age diversity on this cast if I could. And this cast does skew, like, a little bit younger. I mean, I think they're, like, Melinda's in her 40s. I think Kimura's, like, about 40. We have a few contestants that have yet to be revealed that are all in their 30s. But, like, I like half this cast, or, like, a little over half this cast, I think is 20s. And so I also was like, okay, I need to, you know, this wasn't why Melinda was put on here for the age, you know, like, age diversity reasons, but it was like an added bonus to be like, oh, okay, yeah, we have, you know, we have a decent gradient of ages, you know, with different experiences, which makes for better television. Next up, also from Canada's Drag Race Season 4, we have Nera. Nera, I mean, Nera's here for the lip syncs. Nera is here because she is, I would say, I'm not going to say the best lip syncer in Drag Race history. I'm not going to say that because I don't think I believe that. I don't know what my answer is to that question, but I don't think I would say Nera for that. But I would say Nera is like a top 5 lip syncer in Drag Race history, and I feel confident in that. Nera is just always going to give you the vibe of the song no matter what fucking song it is, and provide new tricks and moves and ideas that you aren't expecting, that she hasn't done, and you're like, oh, she did that, fun. Like, she's always gonna bring something for you, and I really appreciate that. And she's also somebody who can bring in the drama factor, and is somebody who I think, you know, was, because of on season 4 of Canada's Drag Race, she got a slower start. Like, she was, you know, the first like 3 or 4 episodes was just like safer in the bottom and only blossomed to the like second half. She was somebody who I think was a bit overlooked on the season just as a whole, and so she is somebody who I would like to see come back for an All Stars, because she would hopefully, you know, get that screen time, and, you know, like drag respect redemption, I guess is the best way to put it, that she didn't really get on the first half of her original season. Next up, from Canada's Drag Race Season 1, we have Scarlet Bobo. Looks a no. Scarlet is my winner pick of this season because literally, duh, made it to the finale on their season, and there's not that many finalists on this season actually. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, just 4. Aurora, Nera, Kimmy, Scarlet. Yeah, there's just 4. Made it to top 3, was never below safe. Is one of only like, I think 6, that number could be slightly wrong, people to ever do that. And I think should have won Canada's Drag Race Season 1. And so, like, obviously, Scarlet, I think, can and will kill every challenge, and so Scarlet's obviously my winner pick for this season. And I just love Scarlet Bobo. I don't want to get into it too much, but if you watched my Canada's Drag Race Season 1 video, which you should, you know. Next up from Canada's Drag Race Season 2 is Suki Doll, and Suki is like my dark horse pick of people who I think are making the finale in this fictional season. Suki, I mean, okay, in her challenges that we saw her in on Season 2, she had, I believe, 2 high placements, a low, and then was like eliminated. You know, like very top and bottom, nothing in between. That could be slightly wrong, but whatever. But Suki is somebody who, like, to this day, like, is the premier Canada's Drag Race outfit designer. Every single fucking person on these seasons has got an outfit made by Suki Doll, because she's an incredible designer. In terms of just, like, designers on Canada's Drag Race, Suki Doll is, like, obviously the number 1, and I can't see an argument for that, like, against that at all. I don't know how well Suki would do in, like, the improv challenges and, like, in some of the performance that she struggled on her original season, but in terms of saying that she's going to be top 4, I don't really care. I see it for her, and I want it to happen for her. And I think Suki is somebody who would definitely, I think in this season, I'm wanting like a competition redemption for her, because I think she is better than what we got to see of her on Season 2 of Canada's Drag Race. Next up, also from Canada's Drag Race Season 2, we have Cynthia Kiss. Now, Cynthia is somebody who I've always kind of been obsessed with in a way. Like, I actually remember, if you watched my favorite international drag race lip syncs video, you would know that the Cynthia Kiss lip sync to Love Myself Today by Biff Naked lives in my head rent free. It replays. It is everything to me. I love that lip sync. And like, she's somebody who I really think only struggled on her season in the outfits department. But, you know, if you give the girl some cash and allow her to, you know, get some good outfits, then she's kind of just set to go. Like, she didn't struggle in anything else. She can perform, she can do comedy, she can make like an okay outfit as well. Like, she wasn't making complete trash on her season or anything. It was just her runways. Canada's Drag Race Season 2 is one of the most stacked runway seasons of all time. And Cynthia just sadly ended up having, like, in most categories, you know, some of the lesser runways on her season. But, like, I don't blame her. She was against Pythia, Isis Couture, like, fucking Suki Doll. Like, she was against a lot of people who killed it every damn time. So I really don't blame her for that. But I think with a girl with hopefully a bit more cash, can get some better runways and do very good on this season. She is somebody who I'm also wanting a competition redemption for, and I want to see it for that, please. Last but not least, from Canada's Drag Race Season 3, we have Vivian Vanderpuss. Now, I'm gonna say this again. If you watched my Canada's Drag Race Season 3 video, you would know that I think Vivian Vanderpuss should have won this season, and people were mad about that opinion. People were upset, but I still don't care. I still think she should have won. I really do. She killed it. She was very clearly to me the third best in the ball challenge. Should have never placed below safe. On to the finale. Won the season. Bam bam boom. Call it day. But Vivian Vanderpuss. What the fuck did I say? Vivian Vanderpuss did not win season 3, and that is upsetting to me. And that's why I want to see her on All Stars, because I think, again, like, Vivian's gonna kill pretty much any challenge she gets herself into. Another thing is I haven't really seen much from Vivian post Canada's Drag Race season 3, so I also would like to see her back, because, you know, she's one of those people I'm like, I don't really know exactly what she's been doing, you know? And that also applies to a couple of other people, like Kiara, that kind of applies to. Boom Boom, it also applies to. So she's somebody who I want to see for that reason as well. Alrighty, now that we have gone through who I would want to see on the cast for this fictional season of Canada's Drag Race All-Stars, let us talk about the potential format of this season, the challenges, and the twists that we would see along the way. Okay, so the format and twists. I think I did in my my video regarding Drag Race UK All Stars say that I was kind of over the Golden Beaver twist. Because I felt, and I do still feel, that in an all-star season, that it feels better when more people win, you know? Like, I think I might just be conditioned from the All-Stars 2, 3, and 4 era of Drag Race, and the, like, versus the world seasons and stuff. But it kind of feels shitty when you see somebody do really well in an all-star season again, you know, be in the top a lot of times, but never actually get a win because of the format change. Because I feel like all-stars should be a celebratory thing. And so when you get, you know, like you get an all-stars 5 where like 4 people win challenges, it's like, oh, okay, that, it just feels shitty in a way to me. But because this is Canada, I think we should still do the Golden Beaver twist, but we are going to reformat it. It's not going to be a beaver. It's going to be called the Master Moose, because I think that, you know, the Golden Beaver, it's like, oh, okay. I think it makes it sound more grand. I think, you know, because this is an All-Stars, it should be better. It should be like bigger. I think it should be called the Master Moose. And I think that instead of having like this, like, you know, they have like the statue, the little statue of the beaver, instead of having like that, I think, now hear me out, they just get, not taxidermied, they just get like a big moose statue, like a life-size moose statue, spray paint it gold or silver or whatever, and just set it up on the stage. And I'd be like, okay, Kimmy Couture, who do you choose to use the Master Moose on? And she's just standing in front of a moose. I think that'd be so funny. And like, obviously, like, that's so not practical, because then you gotta get, like, you know, production assistants and like stage hands and people to fucking move like a big moose in and out onto the stage and off the stage. But it's so stupid and funny to me, and I thought of it and I was like, okay, can we please do this? That'd be so camp. Just no context, bring a life-size moose, maybe not life-size, but you know, like as big as like a horse. Which actually, I think horses and moose are like the same. As big as like a deer. Let's say like as big as a deer, you know? Like, that would be so funny to me. I would love to see that. I also would like there to be immunity of some kind to add to the drama. And that would hopefully make the Master Moose twist more of like a, you know, more drama filled and a bit more interesting. Like maybe you could give like the winner of the first challenge like immunity from any of the times that they end up in the bottom 3, or maybe it could be like, you know, like to shake it up potentially, which this might remove some of the strategy, but I'm just throwing ideas out honestly. Like if you use the moose on somebody, you can't use it on them again the next time they're in the bottom or something like that. Like I think there should be a little shake-up of the moose game, and you know, everything that comes with it, but I'm not sure exactly what that should be. And I think something that is really interesting is that going into the first episode, the Girl Groups Challenge, which is what I've declared it would be, I think it'd be really interesting if the girl groups were split up by their original seasons, and we had, you know, 3, 3, 3, and 3. And have them all, you know, have their own individual girl groups. I think that would be very interesting, and it would be messy, I think, because I know some of these girls potentially would not want to work with each other and be like, damn, I was stuck with my original season. And it would provide divide, and I think it'd be interesting. And I think for the Master Moose twist, for the Lip Sync Smackdown, which would be episode 5, which would be when there are 8 contestants left, the way that it should go, I think, is similar way to how they did it in Canada's Drag Race season 4, but a bit different. And that you got the first round lip syncs, and the 4 losers are like in the potential bottom, and the other 4 that win are like in the top. I think the top 2 of the challenge for the Lip Sync Smackdown, like regardless of if they're the winner or not, each get to save 1 person from the bottom 2. That's the way I think it should work out. And then the winner, you know, actually like wins a lip sync and like wins money and everything, and they're like the winner of the challenge. But the top 2 persons still gets to take somebody out of the bottom 2, so that there's like an actual bottom 2 of the episode, and it's not, you know, 3 people lip syncing. The order of the challenges would be the Girl Groups Challenge, a design challenge of some kind, a commercial challenge. I would preferably done in like pairs, I would say, because it'd be 10 contestants. Snatch Game, a Lip Sync Smackdown, the Rusical, a roast, a ball, and then a finale, which I think should be like a room mix of some kind, leading to a top 2, because there would be 4 people left, and, you know, just cut it in half and just decide the winner from there. And then a reunion episode. 10 episodes total. I think a very good length for this potential season. Well, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave your thoughts, feelings, and opinions down below. As always, I will leave my Twitter handle linked down below if you want to go follow me on there. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye-bye.